Vladimir, fantastic game. Well, it certainly kept us entertained throughout. Have you got any particular points? Well, there's so many interesting points in the game. I'll hand you over the mouse. Yeah.
So going here, okay, this bishop g5, bishop e3 is very rare idea, but in fact very dangerous. I mean, especially for one game, over the board, very difficult to play for black, because if, okay, knight g4 is forced, otherwise white will play knight d2 and get better position. Bishop d2 f5, and this is all forced. It looks very good for black, but in fact, okay, I analyzed it some time ago already, and I had it in my pocket, you know, for King's Indian, but just for quite some time.
Is it in your pocket? Have you got anything else in that pocket?
Yes, some other ideas.
Possibly something against the groom, Phil.
Okay. Do you know, it's probably been some time since you... Well, when was the last time you faced a King's Indian at this level, actually?
At this level for quite a long time already, I haven't faced. I mean, I
in
had
the good old days, you used to beat Gary all the time. I had this prepared already, maybe like a year ago or something. But yeah, I somehow didn't have a chance to play it so far. Yes, no, I won lots of games in King's Indian, I have to say, without false modesty. No, we know. Well, I mean, Gary basically gave it up because you kept beating him.
Sort of, yeah, but in different line. But this line is, I thought it's a very good try for one game, and it's okay. F4, the problem is if h5, then knight g5 is coming, and then followed by g4, white has dangerous attack. And if king h7, then immediately g4. And it's very important that the king is on h7. I mean, then g5 is threatening. Okay, the position is awfully sharp, but of course, having advantage of playing it, you know, with a lot of preparation against the player who has over the board. I thought actually if I get it, I have good chance of winning a game against any player. So I'm lucky to get it in this game. Yeah, g3. Okay, e4 has to be played. Now knight d4 was not so good, so knight h4. f3 is just bad here, because simply bishop d1 and then bishop c2, all pawns are collapsing. So e3, yeah, this is kind of forced position. Okay, here black has a lot of options. It's a very, very sharp and complicated position. Even computers are kind of not really sure what is going on here. It's such a complex position. Rook f7 is one of the options. Queen c2, yeah, knight fd7 is a mistake.
Must be a mistake.
Yeah, knight a6 is only reasonable move here. And then, okay, then it goes very sharp position, still continues. After knight fd7, I didn't remember what computer was saying, I just remember that he was saying that white is much better already. But here I started to play over the board. I went, I don't know, again, rook g1, knight f4, many interesting moves, long castle. No, I see knight c5 should have been played. That is what Hikaru also told me after the game. But somehow I think it looks pretty bad anyway. So my plan was to play rook hf1. And then probably black has to do this, takes, bishop takes h3. Let's say rook g1 probably, and queen g5. Well, yeah, let's say knight f4. I thought it was just over, but Hikaru said that he was planning bishop f5 here, and after e4 maybe there is bishop takes c3. To start, yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's not losing. I mean, it looks like just gone because white has terrible attack, but maybe he's still not losing immediately here. Although I still don't believe in black's position. I mean, idea is queen c3, knight e4, maybe holding. I'm not even sure that after ef, black will manage to defend against just direct attack, followed by queen e3 and rook takes g3. It looks really like it can simply be made, you know, and rook g3, and okay, white has very... maybe some other options, but anyway, knight c5 had to be played, I think, because after knight e5, yeah, here I was just simply trying to understand, I mean, since this position, since this move, I had just a choice of what is, I mean, of, you know, many good moves, and which one is better, is simpler, because here still knight f4 is also good, but I thought rook f1 was very direct. And okay, I'm just starting direct attack, and you see black's pieces are all undeveloped, so I don't know what to do here. I mean, bishop h3 is losing by force practically, knight takes e5, because now after bishop f1 there is knight f7, so rook f1, bishop f1. Okay, takes, and just mate, simply bishop e5, queen g6, just mate in attack. So I don't even know, I was considering maybe queen e8 move, maybe to try, but then even knight f4 is good because I'm threatening bishop h5, and then simply I want to pick up the pawn, rook g1, rook takes g3. I think it's pretty bad already. After rook f1, bishop h3, rook g1. Okay, I was expecting queen g5 somehow. Still, it's awfully bad, probably after knight f4. And I don't remember what was, maybe I thought maybe he could try it, something like that. But then I even thought maybe queen d1 is even more clear cut. e4 is also powerful, I mean like this, and I don't know, it's awful position, I mean, of course. But queen f6, and now again, I think knight f4 was also winning, actually. So I was not sure, I mean, knight f4 is very strong also. I thought maybe he should try to defend like this. And yeah, now queen d1 I thought even better, because f4, bishop g6, maybe somehow black is still holding, but after queen d1, I doubt. Okay, I was checking knight h5 is a threat. I thought bishop g6, rook takes g3, and black has a very nice position like this here, like knight f8, bishop h5, king h7 or something like this. You know, just trying to hold it. But okay, I think I'm not winning on the spot maybe yet. But finally rook g3, I calculated it's just over, because bishop f5, queen f5, of course, that is the point. So after rook knight g6 is only move. How to go to the... Okay, rook g6. Yes, queen f7. Okay, now bishop f5, unfortunately for black. Unfortunately for me, doesn't work, because takes, rook e6. And after bishop f5, I have check, and very important check from h5.
And h5, yeah.
That is very important, otherwise could be more or less okay, but check. Bishop g6, takes, knight b5, and I'm cashing everything here.
We actually found that variation down after goal. We checked out the H pawn running down the board, and it's okay, you could stop it.
Yeah, I'm sure somehow. I didn't go so far, and somehow I was not too afraid
it's
of
all right.
It's all in the details.
Yeah, we have to check these things. You can sleep easy tonight. So.
Yeah, no, then some other options like queen f2, I have knight e4 or knight d1, and queen e2, rook g7. King g7, bishop c3 check, and queen takes e2. Then another option is queen e5, which I thought was losing on the spot because of, let me remember, because of what? Because I thought actually many moves, but I thought maybe this is the most clear cut. Knight b5, bishop f5, only move, and rook g7. King takes g7, only move, and bishop d3. Very simple chess. And I think it's gone. Takes. And bishop c3 is a threat, queen e7, bishop c3 check, and I think I'm just mating king f8. And somehow queen f5 check, I think it just mates. Queen c8 check, and c7 is falling, I mean, just over. So queen f7 only move. Now, I don't know, I was tempted to play knight b5, which looks also very powerful. Bishop f5, rook takes g7 check. King takes g7, e4. But somehow after bishop g6, queen c3 check, king g8, I couldn't find any force win. I mean, bishop a6, knight a6, somehow black is still... It was bishop g4, queen f1 check. I don't know, probably it's winning, but I thought rook g3 is easier. It's absolutely only move bishop f5. Now queen b3 probably wins as well, with the idea after b6, knight b5. Now I was calculating some line, bishop c3 is threatening, knight d7, I think I can just take on c7. And after knight c5, queen b6, knight d3 check is not enough, I thought, because I take, and now I have some very strong move. Let me... Queen b3, I thought, yeah, queen b3 was... queen f1 check, queen d1. Yeah, queen f1 check, queen d1, and queen c7, queen d3. Rook c8, queen d3, so check, queen d1, rook c8, knight e6, bishop, rook takes e4 check, bishop c3. So this was...
Okay, so basically everything is winning.
I think, yeah, but e4, yeah, that's what I saw. I mean, but sometimes it's a problem when everything wins. You know, you can just I mean, there's so many ways.
You can switch off.
So after bishop g6, yeah, I mean, you can choose the wrong one. But I think, I calculated till the end with bishop g4 move, because it's now very forced. Bishop e6 is a threat. Okay, check. Knight d1, bishop e5 only move. Well, very nice variations. Like if he goes something like this, I check him. Bishop f7, bishop takes h6, and after king h7, rook g6. Yeah. That is a problem. king takes g6, e5 check, king h5 only square, and I thought queen
Queen
e4 should manage somehow. I didn't calculate further, but I thought...
No,
We did.
We
Yeah,
didn't
Don't worry,
calculate further either. We got this one.
Yeah, and after bishop e5, okay, then I saw many ways different, but then I saw this the most clear cut is bishop h3, he has to go to f6, and rook g1, very simple, and all of a sudden no defense. Bishop f5 is a threat, and after king h7, bishop f5 is just collapsing. I mean, rook g6 and everything is coming. So then the rest is already easy.
Yeah.
You know, I get a lot of players asking me, why don't we see more King's Indian defences at the highest level? Well,
I am asking also, I mean, my opponents, why don't they? You raise a good question, actually.
But I think we've got a good answer now, that's the thing.
But I think Petrosyan already answered it once, yeah, because he won lots of games in King's Indian, especially in this variation, actually, which is called after him. This d5 is Petrosyan variation, and he said that, well, you know, I'm so happy when my players play this opening because King's Indian feeds my family. But no, of course it is a sharp opening, but it is not easy to play this opening. I mean, I wouldn't go far to say it's a bad opening, but
you're not like Korchnoi, who is Korchnoi also. I mean, he basically thinks the King's Indian is unsound.
I think objectively it's unsound, but okay. But we are practically playing a game, and Black always has a lot of tricks in King's Indian, and actually it suits Hikaru's style. And actually, I lost, for example, once against Hikaru in King's Indian with White already. So well, it's not a bad choice for an aggressive, sharp player like Hikaru. So, but anyway. I have to admit that I'm always happy to see King's Indian on the board.
Can you put your finger on why exactly you consider it to be slightly dubious for Black? What is it exactly about the opening?
Well, I think it's pretty simple. You have pawns d4, e4, c4. I don't know any other opening when you get the center without a fight. And okay, I'm very classical player, so for me, center means something. You know, you have a space advantage, center. Of course, Black has counterplay, but strategically, White is always better. It's just more that Black has a lot of tactical resources. But of course, I mean, well, it's. I don't know. I always in my career always paid a lot of attention to strategical, issues in the position. So for me, when I have a strategical trump, I'm already happy. You know, and let him try to trick me. Okay, maybe he will manage, but I'm still happy with my strategical advantage.
So we can quote you on the King's Indian is just a bag of tricks. We can quote.
I'm afraid that Gary would not like it so much. No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, but actually, you know what happens that, and this is a very clear tendency that there are many players who played King's Indian in their life, very strong players like Kasparov, Gelf, and Topalov, but with years they all gave up. They don't play it anymore. So it maybe tells you something.
Okay, you need some younger guys.
Yes, I think so. Actually, you need
Fresh
a lot
blood.
of energy, and a lot of inspiration, and to be very tactical player. Because I mean, once with years you tend to start to be more strategical, and then you look at the position, and you just don't want to play it. I mean, I also played myself King's Indian. I think few times.
You won a very nice game against Jan Gustafsson.
Yes, that's true. I also beat Pickett once, but once I was facing stronger opponent. I made a draw with Gary, with Blake in King's Indian, but I lost to Topalov and Ivanchuk, and somehow...
Was that, when you made a draw with Gary, was that to encourage him to play it again?
No, he didn't do it anyway after the game. But yes, but somehow I felt it's not really my style, and... just it's occasionally I can still play it, but I'm classical player, so I'm more up to classical openings. Just you have to play openings which you feel comfortable with, which suit your style. And King's Indian is the last opening which I would say is characteristic for my play. So with White, it's okay. I have enough with White. King's Indian.
Okay, fantastic. Okay,
brilliant.
Well,
thank you very much, Vlad. Can we have a round of applause here? Thank you very much.